Hi, Charlton. I wanted to leave you some feedback on your rough draft for SA2. My apologies about the delay with me getting back with you on this. But I do want to leave you some feedback. I think that there are some excellent ideas in this submission. I think that you have some good descriptive points. I think that your audience is clear. I think the purpose uh, is clear, and I really like what you say up here. The image is a meme about how a bunch of people get a lot of the same things, whether they want it or not. Yep. That is definitely true in this situation, and it certainly describes COVID. So here's the thing that I want you to work on. While you have good ideas, your paragraphing is unclear, meaning that you're paragraphing, the ideas seem to shift around quite a bit in the paragraphs, and so they feel a little disorganized. So this opening paragraph, for example, the image I chose to do is a picture that was captured at Oprah Winfrey's talk show. It is an image of what seems to be her yelling and pointing at the audience. Whenever she does this on her talk show, I found out that she's telling her audience to check under their seats because she has a surprise gift for them. I and then you so what you're doing here is creating context for the meme, and then what you do here is to begin describing it and putting it in the specific context of COVID. And these kind of feel like new ideas. So I recommend pausing here and making these two separate paragraphs and actually expanding on this idea. Oops, I did not mean to do that. I apologize. But actually, I do want you to focus here. I found out that she's telling her audience to check under their seats because she has a surprise gift for them. So pause there. Why does she do that? And what is the impact on the audience? That's one of the things that you're missing here, right? She does this to hype the audience up, right? To get them really excited, to make them like Oprah and her brand, right? Because think about the way that people react when she does that. And if you haven't watched her show or haven't watched The Audience, Google it or YouTube it and watch like a 30-second clip of the way that people react when she does this. They go absolutely nuts because, like you say, she's giving them a surprise gift. So do people like surprises? Do people like surprises, particularly when they're good things, right? When we get I don't know, a gift card or cash or whatever it is that she's giving away. So note that it's really important to identify why Oprah does that on her show and what the reaction is, not only for the audience, the studio audience, right? The people who are actually getting the gift, but those of us that are at home watching this. We have an emotional reaction as well, right? We are watching these people get so excited, and we probably, if we don't, if we don't get a little excited for them, and I'm sure that most of us do, we're at least smiling, right? Because when we watch people freak out of happiness, we usually empathize with that. But note that this meme is playing on that idea, but it's the exact opposite, right? So you might play along with that idea of a surprise gift. And if you could see me, I have my fingers in quotation marks. So how was COVID a quote unquote surprise gift? So on the one hand, right, students got out of school 3 months early, and on the one hand, I think a lot of students went, yes, I get to stay at home. But you also want to uncover all the other stress and problems and issues that go along with that, right? So remember what I told you when we first talked about this meme during your week 6 writing assignment. You got to tap into the sarcasm because that's really what this meme is relying on, right? It's sarcastically playing on the super happy, excited moment that Oprah normally does. I think that you're right that the words, the text has a lot to do with the image, but I would also argue that it's Oprah's face as well, that perhaps it's a combination of Oprah and what we associate with Oprah along with the words. So think about it this way. If the meme just had those words, you get to go to homeschool, without Oprah, would it work? I have the tendency to believe that it would not. So I think that you should consider rethinking your point of analysis here. I think it's a little bit of both. So I think that you want to, in terms of paragraphing, you probably want to separate your description of the meme from the context, and then pivot into the purpose and how you plan to analyze it. Same thing is going on here. You're talking about audience, you're talking about purpose, you're talking about the maker of the meme. So I want you to go back through and rethink this as more than one paragraph. So go back through and organize this, rethink this as every time you change ideas, so when you pivot from talking about audience to purpose, this really should be separate paragraphs. It's going to read much stronger if you do so. Finally, I want you to do some editing for wordiness. So you say, like here, for example, the image that I chose to do is a picture. You don't need to say all this, right? You could say the image I chose captures or is Oprah at her talk show, right? I don't think you need image and a picture. And then you don't need to repeat the idea of it is an image here. Just start with this. She's in the picture, she's yelling and pointing at the audience, right? So I want you to go through and think about how you can trim down some of the extra unnecessary wording in some of these sentences. It'll help out quite a bit. And right here, you have a homophone error. So the kind of weather that you want right here, you want WHETHER. This refers to, whether it's sunny or rainy, right? But you want the other kind of weather. So the biggest things, edit for paragraphing. I really do think you should do some tweaking in your thesis and do some revision for wordiness in some of those sentences. And I think that if you do this, this will be a pretty strong analysis paper. All right, Charlton, let me know if you have any questions. Thanks.